Once upon a time, there was a hateful, greedy king, and the only thing he cared about was money. Now, this king lived all alone inside a White House, but he was able to spread his hateful message to such a point that he turned people against each other. The message was all about emphasizing the differences between people, and for a while it worked. People were going this way, people were going that way. It turned everything upside down. People didn't know which way was up and which way was down. But people started talking, and they started to realize that, wait a second, we had a lot more in common than our differences. And everybody started seeing things on one page the same way. And as for the hateful king, well, he was never seen or heard from again. Now, this is a combination of the classic Slob Shuffle combined with a vanish. Now, this vanishing technique can be used to do many, many things. I'm going to show you the whole trick, reveal how it's all done, show you the variety of the techniques you can use with this really simple and cool vanish. At the same time, on this video, I'm also going to reveal the names, yes, of the winners from the last video. In the last video, I was giving away my trick Nailed. So I'm going to reveal all 12 winners. And let's get right into the question of the week. Because this week, I want to give away a mentalism trick called Sound Waves. It comes with specially printed list of musicians and bands, really popular bands, and you're able to actually, because music's so powerful for people, you're able to actually sort of get a sense out of all these names which melody or which band a person's thinking of or what they're humming in their head. It's a very cool mentalism trick called Sound Waves. If you want to check out the preview, as always, you can check it out. Boom! At SankeyMagic.com. SankeyMagic.com. Sound Waves of the trick. The question of the week is this. I want you to leave a comment down below. The question is this. Simply, since the mentalism trick involves music, what's the name of one of your favorite musicians or bands? Leave a comment down below. You'll automatically be entered into the contest. All right? What's the name of one of your favorite musicians or bands? Leave a comment down below. Next, let's look at this. So first, let's look at the Slob Shuffle. This is a classic. Both these techniques I'm going to share with you today involve what I would call a misdirection on the meta level. Now, magic occurs in small details and then larger actions. And the great magician Dai Vernon, he said a large action covers a small. And he didn't just mean covers in the sense of hides, but also offers psychological misdirection. So this is a large action. Me turning over the cards, making a mess of them. And people can see this. They can see it's not an illusion. I really am turning them. So this is really a strong and powerful sense because of my large action that this is a thoroughly mixed up pack. I mean, if you were to ask a 6-year-old kid, go ahead and mess up the cards, that's maybe the kind of thing he or she would do. And yet, without any difficult sleight of hand, the true state of the deck is that half of them are all facing one way and half of them are all facing the other. There are no cards mixed between each other. This is the Slob Shuffle. So the technique on it, watch. Pushing some over, I grab that group, I turn them over and put them on top. Then I push off some more cards underneath, then with my thumb below, pick up everything and turn everything over. Now if I do it slowly, you will get more of a sense that the cards are sort of not being thoroughly mixed together, but just turned over into two piles. But if you do it in a very sort of, not quick or suspicious action, but if you do it in a sloppy kind of way, boy, the visuals really sell the idea that everything is being mixed together. However, as I said, the true state of affairs is you have half the cards at the end facing one way and half the cards facing the other. And unless it's a brand new deck, you'll find most decks of cards, particularly handled in a casual way, will have a bend or a bow. And we're really getting close here. I want you to see this. That's called a break. Magicians call that a break. It's a natural break between the two packets. So, having done this mix, now what I can do is I lift off cards and I make sure I cut down deep into the face down pile to show a face down card. Drop them all back. Now I'm going to cut into the upper half, which is the face-up cards, to show a face-up card. And then down to the face-down, then grab some. And this way I can very convincingly show the cards. It really does look like they're all mixed up. But I'm just cutting into the face-up cards and the face-down cards. Okay? Now, if at the end when I say and everything was all mixed up, nobody knew which way was up or everything was confused. If I make sure to cut into the break itself, right between the cards. I cut here, and as I turn them over, I turn, and drop these back, and notice I turn this over. Boom. So the action looks like I'm just undercover again, this larger action. I actually take half the cards and turn them over. So now everything's facing the right way. Now it doesn't matter if you cut into the face, whether you turn these over so everything's face down, or whether I turn these over so everything's face up. But now I'm going to do this sequence once. I want you to really see how convincing it is. So you've got all the cards, right? We do this, and again, you can always refer back to the performance at the beginning of the video. Boy, those look messed up. And then the cutting. Boy, those look messed up for sure. And then the middle cut, and then I'm done. Even though it looks exactly from the meta level that I've mixed everything up, they're all going back together at this point. So that's the secrets behind that, what I'd call, it's a real mess, but not what people think, and then you write it right in front of their eyes, everything gets straightened away. What about the vanish? What about the vanishing king? Before we get into that, I just want to quickly now list the name of the nailed winners from the last video. Got a whole bunch of comments from last week's video. Here are the winners right now. No gain, no pain. Evan Duquenoy, D-U-Q-U-E-N-O-Y, Evan Duquenoy. Jeffy Senecal, Oscar Espinoza, Richard Nash, Ethan Bartolic, Jacinto Rubio, you won. Danielle Daldos, Stefan Petit, just a little comment there, Tom Massey, Metal Girl 84, Kaboom, and Calvin Taylor. U12 won one of my nailed gimmicks. Very cool 2-card transposition effect. Again, you can check it out at SankeyMagic.com. If you won, where's my thing here? If you won, email my team at contact@SankeyMagic.com. Email them. Let them know, hey, I'm one of the winners. Here's my real name, because some of these are real names, some of them are YouTube names. Here's my real name, here's my shipping address. Ship me my prize, and they will ship it out to you, okay? Now, let's look at this, because there's so many things you can do with this vanish. You can use it to change cards, make cards vanish. You can use it to change... let me show you the technique, and then I want to show you a few things with a finger ring, a coin, a written prediction, okay, and a business card, okay? Because you can do it with all these different things. So speaking of larger actions concealing on a psychological level a smaller action, this is something I came up with years ago. It was late night, I was sessioning and by myself, playing around with stuff, and I grabbed the card case, and I realized that that is such a natural action. If my other hand is holding a card or something else and I want to pick up that case, rather than putting the deck down and pick up the case, it felt so natural to just grab the case and turn over. And then I realized, wait a second. I can create the perfect illusion of a card apparently going inside the card case when in fact I'm slipping it below the case. All right? So I can be here, and I think the fingers, I push the flap, you see me slip it, I push it inside the case, I then close up, and it's absolutely convincing that the card's inside, but the case is empty. All right? And again, this is a move you don't do in a sense of watch me closely, make sure I'm not... This is a casual move while you're talking about something. Very casual. The idea is just as quickly and smoothly as possible, I want to get this card in the case. So here's the side view, okay? I pick up the case, okay, here. My fingers put the flap up, and then I start by kind of doing this on the first tap, and then I slip it below the case. But I'm going to use my fingers. I can use my fingers, fingertips, and the side of the cards to actually keep this aligned, because you don't want to apparently put it in and then have this weird optical illusion. You want it to look like it's going in, and then I slip it directly below the case, okay? Then my fingers are still inside. I lift the case up off the deck, leaving the card behind. My focus is here. I'm here, casually putting the deck down, closing it, and it's a perfect illusion. Now, a couple of subtleties. First, you could do it with the deck face up, right? Because if what you're willing to do here, for example, is if I get a little break under the queen, okay? Face up queen, face down card. What I can do is grab the case, turn it over, take this, and then slip it inside. But in fact, I'm not going inside the case. I'm going to go below the face up card, push it in. Now, what that does is it gives the beautiful optical illusion of apparently going into the case, but now they can see the top card here because I've slipped it second from the top. That goes a long way towards selling the illusion with a face-up card, all right? Of course, I can do the exact same thing with the card face-up, meaning I could do the reverse. I could be holding the deck with a break under the face-down card, take my face-up card and apparently put it inside the case, right? But in fact, I've slipped it second from the top, below the face-down card. So you can add an optical level to it. Now, you could do this to make a card vanish, okay? Or anything that's already inside the case, right? Can then be transformed, magically transformed. I can take a playing card, pick up the case, apparently put the card inside the case, close up the case, give it a shake, and people not only hear the card change, they see the card change into a coin. There's no card in the case. So a very cool change you could do with it. You can do it with a finger ring. You can have that inside. You can do it, and I like this a lot, if you have one of your business cards, okay, already in the case. Very simple. Almost as a throwaway at the end of your performance, you can say, I have a little keepsake for you here, and apparently take the card and slip it inside the case, right? You're here like this. People are wondering, is he going to give me the card case? Why that card? Maybe it's their signed card. Give it a shake. When you open up, they find inside, it's changed into your business card. Magic, okay? What a great way to hand out your business card. Even a prediction, right? 2 of hearts. You can have the 2 of hearts folded up inside there. The cards could have even been in the case. You take it out, making sure to leave the prediction behind. At some point during your show, your performance, maybe you can already have it set up. The 2 of hearts maybe is on top of the deck. You force the 2 of hearts using whatever force you want to do. They touch a card here. I'm going to use the topper force here. You chose the 2 of hearts. Say, I actually knew you'd choose the 2 of hearts. Yeah. I made a prediction. You may not believe me, but watch. You do this, and they find that the 2 of hearts itself has vanished and changed, boom, into your original prediction. So there's so many cool things you can do with this particular technique, a vanishing card technique for changes and transformations and all that stuff. Don't forget, leave a comment. I want you to have a chance to win what I'm giving away this week's Sound Waves Mentalism Trick. All about popular songs, really a kind of a cool trick. Leave a comment down below and tell me the name of one of your favorite bands, okay? One of your favorite musicians, whatever. Leave that down below, all right? Thank you so much for watching the video. I've got a bunch of cool stuff coming very, very soon. Some summer-oriented stuff, because magic has, I know a lot of you perform at school, or you perform in the summer. It's picnics, it's barbecues, it's family gatherings, all that stuff. So I've got some stuff coming that's just about performing during the summertime. Okay, so that's coming up soon, so please subscribe to the channel. You'll see my little name pop up here very soon if it hasn't already. My little, the little image of me, right? Click on that, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I've got dozens and dozens and dozens of videos on this channel. I'll leave another link to a few other things here. Hope you watch them all. Thank you so much. Have a great day.